Al, good afternoon. Yeah, it is afternoon because we're just like 2 minutes afternoon. Welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. We got a great show for you today, and you're gonna be able to enter to win some really cool stuff. We're at Kiefer Mazda in the service department, where they don't just work on Mazdas, even though you're seeing a Mazda. They work on all kinds of cars in here. And our sponsor is,
hey guys,
Ron. You guys know Ron Sterry. I know we're going to get to Jose soon. Don't worry, the star of the show. So tell people what you're doing for them this month.
So anyone who watches this video and shares it gets the chance to win a free oil change, right?
Yeah. So tag two people in the comment section. And so what do you want people to know about your service department and what you guys do?
Well, you know, the logo says it all. We're Kiefer Mazda dealership. We do work on Mazdas. That's our bread and butter in terms of our business. But we have several mechanics in this shop that do just about every make and model. So anybody, any car in their garage can get serviced here at Kiefer Mazda. And I was just thinking, what do we do that's something that's special that not a lot of people do? You can bring your vehicle in if you're going on a road trip, and we'll do an inspection on the vehicle, and there's no cost to that. We do an inspection just because we want you to be safe and road ready, and of course we'll let you know if it needs anything. But the reality is that the idea is we want you to feel comfortable driving your vehicle wherever you're going. And we're coming into the summer, hopefully sooner than later, and because this cold weather sucks. But
and you wash cars after you're done, which
not
cars, everybody does. I have discovered.
Yeah, we wash cars. We do alignment checks for free. We do inspections for free. So those are all things that you can get here at Kiefer Mazda on any make and model.
So we're going to talk for a minute about PTSD and a group here in town. And Ron's a veteran. You were in the Army.
Yep.
And Ted Hepagraff, who's right there. We're also going to be giving away, Hepagraff is going to be giving away a 2-hour power wash. It's like $165 value, and they'll come out and power wash. We're going to talk to him in just a second, but he is also a veteran from the Navy. And the gentleman you're going to meet here right now, this is Shane. Shane, come right up in here. Tell him your last name.
Burroughs.
And if you recognize that name, his mother was Mary Burroughs, state legislator for many years in Oregon. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And he's not a veteran, but you do understand PTSD. Started a group to help people in our community who have PTSD. So talk to us a little bit about what you do. First, tell them your story. I mean, this is interesting. I had no idea when I said yes to him to come on the show that this is what happened, but.
Well, our nonprofit came about because I at one time was Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky, just not a worry in the world, and I went to see some friends in Russia, and then went to Ukraine, and it was just through bad circumstances of Russians wanting to take over the southern part of Ukraine and Crimea that I was affiliated with some of the folks that live in the Crimea, the Ukrainian. And when I went to leave out of the Moscow airport, I was detained and became incarcerated as a political prisoner.
So you were in prison?
So I was in a...
For how long?
Well, I was actually supposed to be in for 18 years, but what? I got out after 3 months. So I got very fortunate.
So that's when the PTSD sets in after that 3 months of...
Well,
you must have been scared to death.
It wasn't comfortable. And it wasn't so much of the things that happened to me during incarceration, but you see some things that happen to other folks that leave an impact because there's just not a lot of humanitarian interest. There's a lot of things that happen in Russian incarceration that just wouldn't happen here because you just don't have those human rights. And so when I got home, I realized that there were a lot of things that changed in my brain, and I didn't understand why somebody so happy, that was so optimistic in life and enjoyed so many things, could come home and have zero interest in doing anything, couldn't sleep, couldn't function. And I wanted to understand how somebody that was so optimistic in life could lose everything. The wheels came off, and I was determined to find out a way to understand what happened in my brain, but also find ways to heal and manage the discomfort that was associated with the memories. And it took a while before I was actually diagnosed with PTSD. I just, like many, had thought that PTSD was always for veterans because I just didn't know. I was uneducated, even though I was going through it. So when I found out I had PTSD, I was on a search to find out a way to not only understand what that meant for me, but how do you actually learn to manage how your life has changed, and how do you go about finding a way to heal from it, and is that even possible?
So that's what Hope in the Valley is all about.
Hope in the Valley is to provide an avenue. It's an education-based program and a group support-based program to help other members in our community know that there is hope, there's support, there's education. And
so you actually now understand why your brain does what it does. And you can't, because most people think I should be able to control this.
Right.
And you can't.
You can't, because it is literally an anatomical and biochemistry change in your brain that it's not a moral decision. You literally have to then rechange your brain, or as they call it, rewire your brain to go back to being a little bit more normal and being able to find joy in your life again.
Okay. Can I ask you two things?
Please.
When you talk about this, you get very emotional and you have a tear coming down your eye. This was really horrible.
Well, I think that what I learned was that I'm not the only person. That there's a lot of folks in our community. The American Psychiatric Association, they know it's predicted that 1 in 10 Americans deals with some form of trauma that affects their day-to-day life. There's 24.4 million people in the United States that have PTSD. That's the amount of people of the population of Texas. And there's so much room for improvement that we decided that we would try to do our best to try to fill that void just here in Little Eugene, Springfield, and it's really been quite effective.
So how do people get a hold of you?
Well, there's a couple ways. The absolute best way to get a hold of us is to Google search Hope in Our Valley. It'll also come up as Hope in Our Valley, Oregon. And
how often do you meet?
And we meet right now twice a month.
Where at?
And we meet at the First Christian Church in downtown Eugene on Oak Street.
What days and what time?
And we're first and third Thursday for now. That'll change to being every week. But for now, it's first and third Thursday from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, and there's no fee to attend. It's completely free program.
So last question for you. So knowing why your brain does what it does makes all the difference in the world.
Understanding what's broke is imperative, because if you don't understand what's broke, how can you go about actually trying to fix it? So it's imperative to understand what's been modified or altered, to understand and to appreciate the tools and the things you need to do to start the healing process. The other part is actually having the tools. So you can understand what's broke, but if nobody has given you the tools, just like here in this auto shop, you can say, well, this is broke, but if you don't have the tools to fix it, and the same is true for us. So by having expert speakers come in, whether they be an expert in mindfulness and meditation, or somebody who talks about maybe it's yoga or acupuncture, there's a myriad of different fields that we know scientifically help people with PTSD. So it's understanding what got broke and then learning how to use the tools to get your life back.
So Rick is asking, how do you help someone with PTSD? Rick, what I would do is get them in touch with Shane through this organization and let people who understand it do the work. There's probably, if someone like you or me does not have PTSD, there's probably not a lot we can do to help someone. You need people who've been through it before. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Dude, thank you. I really
Thank
like
you.
what you're doing. I had
Oh,
you
thank
know what I love about my life? I had no idea exactly what you were doing, and I kind of like living that way.
Yeah.
Because then you surprise me, and you surprise everybody on here at the same time. I love your heart. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Likewise. We
Yeah.
appreciate what you do.
Other people that don't have PTSD can help him by, he's obviously nonprofit, so it sounds like to me that probably the way to help someone in this particular situation is if you have the opportunity to help. That would be in the financial aspects, because it's a nonprofit organization, so they're reliant 100% on people's money and donations. So that would be a way to help.
There you go. Good idea. You're getting good at this,
I
dude.
know, I've been hanging out
So
with you a little while.
sponsored this. You could look up Hope in the Valley. They can always use funding, and he didn't ask. We're asking for him because obviously you see value in what's going on here. And I've recently learned the meaning of the word compassion. And I think we all think that it means feeling sorry for people or feeling it. What it actually means is that you suffer together. That's what compassion literally means. So it doesn't mean you just jump in and do something. It means you suffer together. So you got to be real close to people in order to suffer together. It's not feeling sorry, it's suffering together. And you do that. I can tell by the look on your face that you do that with all those people. I love that guy. Thanks, Ron, for sponsoring a show where I can talk to people like this and do that. Ted, we're going to get to you in a second, but we have our star, Jose. Jose! Jose. He's busy. Always busy working on a car. You guys remember? You guys know Jose. So,
I'm here again.
So you're here again. So
yes.
Talk to him about, you've been doing this for how long? Working on... Because you're
man.
only like 29, but I know you've been working longer than that.
No, I think I've been doing this for 36 years.
What do you love about doing this?
Well, in the beginning, I really loved to do this kind of job, but now I'm getting old, you know. And
You're not that old.
Yeah, but I do like to work in cars. You know, get a lot of experience out of the cars. And the things that I like about cars is that you learn a lot of things every day.
And but you've been doing this so long. When somebody like me comes in and you hear something, you know when you work on as many cars as you have, you know what's going on usually.
Yes, kind of, yeah, because you know you've been working for so long, so you know kind of what's going on with the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's the greatest, and you guys, Kiefer works on all kinds of cars, not just Mazdas. They work on all kinds of cars.
Yes,
my wife brings her cars here. I used to bring my car here till I got a warranty on a new car. But when that's expired, I will be back to you. You better still be here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
You'll probably be 100 when you leave. All right, Jose. Thanks,
okay,
man.
thanks, man.
So you guys, again, Ron at Kiefer Mazda, they're giving away. You got to tag 2 people in the comment section, and they're going to give away an oil change to somebody. And that's a value of, what is it? Because remember, $90. Because don't bring in your diesel truck. That's
I mean you can, but we can't give that whole service away.
Yeah, somebody comes in with 42 quarts of oil that they need, and it's like, nah, we can't do that. So we're not doing that. So
we would love to, but that just doesn't.
So tag 2 people, and you'll be eligible to enter to win that. I love Jose. You guys work on all kinds of stuff around here.
Yes, we do.
You do. And they also sell cars, but that's next door. And we're about service over here. Okay, I'm going to go talk to Ted. So Ted, introduce your cohort too.
This is Chris.
Ted and Chris. Hepagraff, and what is it, cleaning services?
Yes, professional cleaning services.
Okay, and you guys do what? So Ted is in a group with Ron and me called Oregon Networking Exchange, and Ron always likes to share. He's really notorious about sharing. So he wants to Ted does work, you do the janitorial work here.
Yes, we do it here. We're a commercial janitorial company, and with about 45 employees out there.
And right now is the time of year when everybody's looking to power wash.
Power wash, windows, yeah, but definitely power wash. Because you got the winter, and you got the moss on your driveway and the sidewalks that need to come off.
So Ted and Chris, they're giving away a 2-hour power wash session for somebody who, same thing, put 2 names in here, and then we're going to pick, we'll give the oil change, and we'll also give a 2-hour power wash session, and that's worth like $165.
Yes.
You know, my office is over by 5th Street, and right now they have all the equipment out there spraying that entire roof on the inn at the 5th.
Yeah.
Because there's so much crap on it from the snowstorm and everything like that. Are you guys noticing a lot of that stuff with what you're doing?
Yeah, we're starting to get calls on things and cleaning off. I mean, from the winter, and when spring comes around is when we really get busy. That's when we do also we have a property management company that handles a lot of the commercial properties in this area. So we do a lot of pressure washing and a lot of windows, and on some large commercial buildings.
So what do you guys do that's different? Is it because you have better equipment?
We have good equipment.
You guys, what you learn is your equipment matters.
Yeah.
And if you don't have good equipment, it's not going to work.
That's right.
So I'm going to... Can we show your equipment?
You sure can.
Okay, guys, now this is a little racy for you. Now I want you to stand back. Because, I mean, not everybody's going to do this, but at Kiefer Mazda, we're racy. So I'm going to show you this guy's equipment right here. So hold on. Okay, so tell us what we... This is so funny.
All right, we carry about 3.
That's a heavy-duty power washer.
Yeah, I mean, very commercial power washer there that can.
So that's not like the one I buy at the little hardware store.
Absolutely not. And we also have for concrete driveways and sidewalks, we have the drum over there.
So that's almost like a floor thing, but
Yeah.
you do that on concrete to clean it off and make it all nice and color to get.
Cuts down on time a lot and saves the customer a lot of money for us doing that versus taking a wand and trying to clean off a wand. I mean, we can do it with the drum there itself. And we also have poles that can get up about 18 feet and power washing it from the ground, almost 20 feet, I think.
And then what is that what that is right there?
Well, this is a window. This is an ionized window machine, and this is how we clean our windows. And basically, goes through a 5-stage filtration system.
What?
And
Oh my God! Look at you guys! Look at all these. So all those are filtering, so you don't get all that the leftover stuff on top of it.
That's right. Once you wash it and then do a rinse with that, because what happens through the filtration, it'll take normal water, and when it comes out, it's 100% pure water. So when you do a rinse, there's no water marks at all on the window.
Wow.
And we can go, for this system, we can go up to 3 to 4 stories from the ground. So we don't have to buy extra equipment, extra lifts in order to clean a window. We can save a customer a lot of money by staying on the ground and cleaning the windows from there.
So how do people get a hold of you?
Well, you can call our number at 541-687-0766, and that's our office number.
In fact, here we go. It's right there. That's how you get a hold of them, right there. So, hold on, my man. You're not going to get out of this that easy.
Sounds good.
So what do you do with Ted? What are you doing?
I'm with Hepagraff. I'm a service manager with Hepagraff. I'm in charge of all the carpet cleaning and floor care in the company.
So you guys do carpet cleaning and floor care too?
Yes, we do.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we do strip and wax floors for all the commercial buildings that we do. We do a lot of medical facilities, so they like their floors nice and shiny. So kind of try to keep the maintenance up on there. And then we do residential and commercial carpet cleaning also. I've been doing that for about 12 years now, so we have certified technicians on our crew, and we're probably a total of 20 years experience on our crew alone for carpet cleaning, so we know our stuff.
All right. Well, somebody out there is saying they love your head and they love your glasses.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah. I know you're jealous because I got the Ptsd. So Ted, people that you're looking for to do business with in medical labs, places like that, you're looking.
Medical, we're a full service. Not only do we do commercial, which will come and do your nighttime maintenance on any commercial buildings you have, but we also do residential, as in housekeeping too. And so, there's really nothing out there that we don't do when it comes to janitorial.
And you guys, it's a local company right in the heart of downtown Eugene, and we know Ted, and they take care of you, and if something goes wrong, they fix it.
Absolutely.
And that's the same thing with Ron, too. So, Ted, thank you. Chris,
thank you,
man. Thanks for being here. That is a nice head you got there, dude.
No,
I never even know. Now people point it out, and we know. You're fine. Okay, Ronald. So, thanks.
Hello. Thank you guys for being entertained by us a little bit, and definitely make sure you tag 2 people.
Two people, and then we're going to pick 2 winners. One will win the power washing, and one will win the oil change. And if you know someone who has PTSD, tag this on their page. Put this on their page and let them find out more about Hope in Our Valley. And if you are somebody who wants to be compassionate towards that, who's that? Oh yeah, Leona. She knows you. She watches all the time, so she knows everybody who's on here. I don't know who Empty Sin is, but that's a name on there. But they like Chris's head. And so give some money to an organization that's working to help anyone with PTSD.
And 24 million people, that's a lot of people. So I would imagine there's someone in your family that has probably PTSD that we're speaking of right now. So definitely sounds like an organization we should be putting our time and energy into. So.
And when you're getting ready to I saw 2 people this week online saying, hey, I can't get my car into my mechanic, where do I go? And I tagged you and said, come to Kiefer Mazda's service, because Ron will take care of you. You tell him you saw it on here, he'll take even better care of you, if you can.
I can't get any better than I am, but I'll do my best.
But I have friends that they bring it here. Once they bring it here, then they call me and they go, oh, I love Ron, he's so nice, I love Ron. And that's my wife.
And his wife's pretty amazing. So
yeah. So he will take care of you, and if something ever goes wrong, they do take care of it. That's the thing I like about it. It's not he's very much into taking the reputation that some dealership service departments have and making that one of real service and taking really good care of it.
I want you guys to come back.
That's his whole thing. He wants
It's
you
always
to
been
come
my
back.
thought.
All right, Ron.
And
thanks.
love me.
Yeah. Thank
you
you
guys.
for sponsoring
Yes,
this.
thank you.
And my man, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shane.
And thank you, Ron.
Yeah, thanks for doing that.
Appreciate it.
And you guys tag somebody, let people know what's going on. And tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow we're with St. Vincent de Paul, and I'm going to introduce you to a woman, Mitra, who's actually a friend of mine. She takes your garbage and makes it into designer clothing. It's amazing. She's really awesome. And then on Friday, we are down in Cresswell. We're going to talk to the Chamber of Commerce. We're going to be there with Cresswell Health Mart, talk to you about drugs, which is always a good topic. And then we're also going to have, who else is going to be there? There's someone else who's going to be on that show. And I set them up, and I can't even remember at this point. Oh, the Cresswell Chronicle recently sold, the newspaper. And Noel, the new owner, is going to come down and talk about what's going to be happening new in the paper. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us. Be sure and share this on your page. And remember, tag 2 people, and you'll be eligible to win either a 2-hour power washing or an oil change at Kiefer Mazda. All right, have a good day. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.